We're now taking a look at division of a decimal by a whole number, and there's a couple of ways of writing that. It could be written as the decimal being divided by the whole number. That's one way of writing it, but the preferred way, and that's the way that we're actually going to do the problem, is to write it as long division. And the thing to remember for long division is that we reverse the order. So the decimal is now underneath. So let's take a look at one of these problems. Let's take a look at, let's say 13.52 divided by 4. Setting that up as long division, we would want to change the order. The 4 is the part on the outside, and then underneath is the 13.52. So we're going to do it as long division, and since there's no decimals on the outside, that's the whole number. That's our 4 out there. Since that's a whole number, we can just move that decimal straight up from where it is. And once we have that done, it really just becomes a regular long division problem because we've already got the decimal in the right place. I don't have to worry about coming back later and trying to figure out where it goes. I can now look at, well, 4 goes into 1. 4 doesn't go into 1, so I can add another digit. 4 goes into 13. That goes in 3 times. 3 times 4 gives me my 12, lining up my columns right there on the right hand side. I do my subtraction, gives me the 1. Bring down the next digit, which is the 5. Again, I'm not even paying attention to that decimal any longer. The 4 goes into 15, also 3 times. 3 times 4 is 12. Do that subtraction once again. Bring down the next digit. We brought down the 2, we brought down the 5. When I bring down the 2, I now have 32, and 4 goes into 32 8 times. 8 times 4 is 32. We have no remainder, so there's no need to continue, add any zeros, anything like that. We have our answer, 3.38. So let's take a look at one of the examples. Here we can see we have 2.45 divided by 7. So I would again set that up as long division. Setting it up as long division, I got to switch the order. 7 goes into 2.45. And then we're all set. No decimals on the outside. We'll talk about that later when that comes up. Bring the decimal straight up from where it is, and then keep our columns nice and organized and do the long division. 7 goes into 24 3 times. So 3 times 7 is 21. Subtract, bring down the 3, the 5 comes down, 7 goes into 35 5 times. 5 times 7 is 35, and again it worked out nicely, no remainders. We have our decimal. Some people like to put the 0 in the front of the decimal, 0.35, but either way is fine.